Okay, we're back with the BarelyCuda, and you'll see there's a bumper on there. I went ahead and mounted the bumper. I made some aluminum spacers in there, solid mounted that on both sides, made them exactly the same, tightened them up. We got the same gap on both sides, and I made a bracket up underneath here. You ain't gonna be able to see it worth a crap, but this rear bumper has little washers welded to the bottom of it, and I'm just gonna use that. And this side, nice and solid. We're getting ready to make that side. So what we got is a little piece of flat strap here, 6 inches long, and then our excess, this will become all wily bent like an S to see if we get you up in there, kind of like that. I know it's going to be all weird and crooked for you guys to see that, but that's what we're making. Solid mount the bumper, because screw buying a bumper or bumper brackets. But I'm gonna get to making this other bumper bracket. We'll have a rear bumper. Don't know about the front bumper, but my buddy Sean, he brought me 2 bumpers to Jesse's Mopar show, which you guys would have seen that video. He also brought me some grill pieces in case we decide we want to go that route. So we got 3 of those. We got the 2 headlight bucket areas. So we're just gonna play around with that, see if we want to do that look or not. All right. I'm gonna get back to making stuff to mount the bumper. All right, so I actually pulled the driver's side bracket off to show you. That's what it looks like. Working on the passenger side right now. I'll show you once it's done. Alrighty, well there's the bumper mounted. Let's get a good look at it. It's a little low on the passenger side. That's okay. It's pretty dang sturdy, to say the least. So we got it mounted on the corners, and then right there. Right there. Now we have a bumper. We can get our fingerprints off of this thing. Hey, by the way, this bumper is actually perfect. I kind of wish it was a little rustier. This bumper's got a little whoopie-doo in it, so perfect for an old dirty race car. Well, that's a bumper. Now, I have to go hop on a flight tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. to go see Rammstein in San Antonio, Texas, so catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, well, we got the grills loosely mounted in there. That green is going to have to go for sure. Anna agrees with me on that one, but we just got zip ties holding it in for now. Here's how we're going to get it mounted. We've been beating out these dents so it'll conform a little bit better. This peak was beaten completely out, so beat that back into place. The BarelyCuda is looking good. Alrighty, fellers and non-fellers, so I'm back from San Antonio. I am joined with my, how do I put this? There's only room on this little YouTube show for one ultra sexiness of a person, human being. So, my other half. Second best. But when Dad's here, she's third best. But you'll notice, wow, look at that. No more fugly green. Now, one thing you gotta understand, Anna and I both don't like green, and I apologize for wind noise. It's gonna be thunderstorming here after a bit. But we went ahead and got the grills mounted. Like, they're actually in there. They're not gonna move. Oh, there went a twig. So now we just gotta figure out what we're gonna do for the actual inserts, and we went ahead and found some metallic blue at the hardware store that kind of matches, just kind of faded in. We'll do a little more, you know, try and make it look more natural, but at least it's not green and every other color underneath the rainbow. But I kind of want to leave stuff like this where it shows you a bunch of the different colors of the car. And I was looking on the car right there, you can see the red paint that was on the car at one point, and there's more of that green. But I did cover up most of that original blue that was underneath there, but oh well. But now it looks like a Barracuda again. I think my buddy Jesse's got some front valance panels. We're going to get one of those. And we'll mount the front bumper similar to how we did the back bumper, but it is, I kind of miss the funny car looking front end, but also I like having the grills in it. It looks like a Barracuda. Rear bumper still holding on good. But yeah, what do you got to say about the front end, Anna?
I think it looks good.
Yeah? You dig it? Looks like a Barracuda?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's about as Barracuda-y as it can get. And we didn't mess it up. Found one hole that was already drilled right here, so we put a pop rivet there and just said, well, we need something for the middle, so pop rivet, pop rivet, pop rivet. So, I mean, they're not super nice. They're pretty beat up and stuff. I mean, I bought them. They're mine. If someone's mad that I put extra holes in them because they already had holes, you see, like, there's already a hole. I didn't catch that one, but oh well. Yeah, so looks pretty good. I get that bumper mounted, and we'll be able to put this thing on the ground, get the right tires on it, and see how that rear end's looking. And hopefully we can call it a day on this video. All right, well, we're gonna try and get the front end of this Barracuda finally buttoned up and finished up. And I know it looks fairly complete, but we're missing the front valance. Buddy Jesse hooked us up with that. This thing, we've kind of straightened it up by stepping on it a couple of times. It's it's far from straight. But I've got sledgehammers. We'll fix that. By the way, this weekend we're headed out to No Name Nationals, which hopefully I'll get this video done for y'all so you can see this on our way down there. Start working on that. We're trying to get tubes and slicks and everything moved around. Center line's got to go to this. Super Tricks on that got to go to this. Those tires on those Super Tricks. Those Phoenix tires on those center lines. Get the new tubes and the Super Tricks, the 1512s, and get the ET Streets on there because that's the slicks I have for this car. They're a little narrow, but they'll be fine. But oh yeah, this is the wheel I did fix for Jezebel. Let me just show you. Had an extra hole drilled for valve stem because these wheels are mounted backwards on a Camaro, and we're going back to the factory where they're supposed to be mounted. So made a plug, TIG welded that in, put that hole back in there, which just had tape over it and silicone. Front runner tubes, hopefully get that problem fixed. Waiting for a call back from Coker on that because they're bubbling, all four of them, developing a big bubble on one side, and I don't have time for this crap. So that'll depend whether or not Jezebel gets to run with the Super Tricks at this No Name Nationals, or if we're just gonna sit pretty and run street tires, because that's not cool. So trying to also get the Barracuda on its proper front tires for when we get 440 and everything in the car. But I'm going to start working on straightening this out. I wanted to show you how bent this thing is and how straight I'm going to get it. We're going to get the myriad of hammers and get the straightening. All right, well, don't judge the welds. I had to put a little piece here and TIG welding in this old crappy dirty metal. I cleaned it as much as I could, and it's full of porosity. Doesn't matter. All I need to do is keep it from cracking more. It don't look like much, but it is straight again. As straight as I can get it, you know, for what this car's gonna be. There's a little bow in it right there still. I can probably knock that out real fast. But I beat this lip back out fairly decent, and I think this thing will fit now. So we're gonna do a test fit, see if it'll go in between the fenders, and if so, we'll do a little more beating on it, clean it up, and get it installed. Okay, here's our template we made. If you're wondering what this is for, let me show you. Ooh, stainless steel screen. If you guys see the screen and it looks familiar, that is the screen that was Jezebel's original mesh grill before I've got a real 70 Charger grill. As you can see, it's sitting right there. Kind of a holy piece of Jezebel. Now, Barracuda. Ooh. Ooh. So, the Barracuda and a mesh grill. We're not real sold on it. Anna and I, by the way, Anna's right here. But there's some accents I plan on doing on this car, which you guys don't get to know about yet. And making that a different color, besides black, I think will help it. That looks so weird. That one fits in there. It's actually in there right now. There's no bolts or nothing holding it in place. It is rattled, but I'm gonna pull that back out. We'll mirror it, make one for the driver's side, and let's see if we actually like it. So just a little how-to on how I'm doing this. We tried it with a marker. The marker doesn't show up enough, so we lay our paper down, paint around it, which is an old trick, and we pull our paper up, closes our pattern. And you just plasma cut that out, or cut it out with a die grinder, whatever you got, and do a little bit of trimming, a little fine-tuning, fitting, and it's good to go. Nice shirt.
I know, I love it. I like legitimately love this shirt.
Oh, okay. Enough Anna gushing. Oh, do we give you a sneak peek? Do we give you a sneak peek? Boom, there you go. That's what you get. Anna's gonna do that one up just how we did the passenger side. I'll get some hardware sourced up, maybe just rivet in place, don't know yet. But we'll see what happens. Let's not walk too far out. Oh, we're showing you too much. So yeah, it's looking good. Just more progress. Alrighty, well there are the grills for the Barracuda. If you can't tell, they are gold now. And we mounted them with just top screws, and we got the one in the corners right there and there. And that's a stainless steel screen from a rock crusher. And that was a junk one from Dad's work, just in the scrap pile. And it's the same material that Jezebel's grills were made out of. And it's not my favorite thing in the world, but the gold helps it. And it's better than just giant gaping holes. And it gets everybody off my back about sealing that off with plexiglass, which I still think would look cool.
I think it would look cool too.
Yeah, Anna's got my back.
Ow.
So I think this is going to conclude the beautification process of the car, because we have the butt ends all done. It looks front endy. I'm going to go ahead and do that bumper, you know, another day. You guys don't need to worry about that. You can see kind of where it's going to be sitting anyways. And we got the hood from Ryan Barsness in the bed of the pickup. Took it out to a buddy's place. He thought about trading me a shitty hood for that really nice hood. His hood was it was actually the same hood as that came out of the Valance, so it was a no-go. So we're gonna cut that beautiful hood for his crappy old race car. Yes, you did. That's the kind of reward we need. What do you think of them gold grills?
I like them. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
To say jar duck.
No. Anyways,
Did you tell them
before Dad even gets started on his, fine, tell them your idea.
take the headlight buckets out, put big old 6-inch jar duct right up to the carburetor, just plumb it in,
On top of the blower.
top of the blower, just give it a little help. Forced induction.
Please do not feed him or his ego in the comments. Just let him live in some weird fantasy world that shouldn't exist.
Maybe we ought to go hard PVC so it don't flex and flop around.
Oh my god.
Like it look like a
Are you
steam,
going
like a
space?
steam engine.
Spacey.
Oh, spacey. Oh, we could go aluminum ducting. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this train just derailed and went down the side of a mountain and blew up and caught on fire. And while it was going down the mountain, it creamed right through a nuclear power plant and just wiped that all to crap. Anyways, thank you guys for checking this one out. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys are at this No Name Nationals thingy, stop by, say hello. We'll be hanging out with all of our cool friends. So look forward to seeing you guys in the next one as always.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.